Hi, and welcome to this edition of MyMetroTV.com Daybreak. First stop to the rest of the weekend. I'm Frederick. Thanks for joining us today. Got a great show on tap for you. Coming up this morning, school music programs have taken a hit across the country, but we'll take you by a Columbia school who's been fortunate enough to find a program to provide fine arts opportunities for its students. Plus, we'll talk to the band who's participating in the program. Also on the way, we'll introduce you to the South Carolina African American Chamber of Commerce. I had the opportunity to speak with the chairman. We'll find out about the fledgling organization. Plus, coming up, the longest and healthiest day of the year. Plus, the MyMetroTV.com Movie Minute and more when we get underway with today's edition of MyMetroTV.com. Daybreak, first stop to the rest of the weekend. Fine arts and music programs have been dropped from many schools due to budget shortfalls and cutbacks. St. Joseph's Catholic School here in Columbia is among the lucky to be able to offer an extracurricular music event. I had the opportunity to speak with Principal Rose Tyndall about how the event was possible. Principal Tyndall, tell me, how important is a program like this?
Well, not all of our children have exposure to the arts. Some parents do take their children to plays and concerts, but some children never get exposure. So our parent-teacher organization felt that it was very important to give them exposure to various art forms throughout the school year. So we have an Arts Alive program where our fundraising has brought together some money so that we can have different events come each quarter of the school year. And this program in particular teaches the children the history of music, some music that they may not hear, and it also makes it very current for them because they always end with a current song that the children hear on the radio, and they get to see the instruments being played, and they get to dance, and it just gives them such joy. And it's very good for the whole community because it brings us all together in one common place, doing one common thing, and it's just a wonderful experience for everyone.
Okay, and finally, Principal Tyndall, tell me, what kind of impact do you hope this program has on the children?
Well, I hope it will take the children, the children will take it home with them, and they'll be able to share with their parents what they experienced at school, that when they turn on a song on the radio, like the one that they heard today, they'll say, hey, I heard that live, and they'll encourage their parents to take them to arts programs and to go to things in the community because I think the arts are so important, and it's such an important part of a child's development.
I spoke with bandleader Bobby Plair about their involvement in the program. Tell me a little bit about this program, first of all.
This is a program that we've been lucky enough to put together and do for select schools, and we do it at a reduced rate because we like to reach the kids. But through the South Carolina Arts Commission, we're listed on their website, and we're on their approved roster as an approved artist for the South Carolina Arts Commission. So being listed on their site, we're able to go in, and sometimes schools are able to get grants from the Arts Commission. Sometimes as in this case, the PTA or PTO is able to fund the event for us to come in. And luckily, we've had great success with the response of the students. So at this school, we were here last year, and they wanted us to come back again. And then we've got another one that we're doing next week in Lamar, South Carolina, in Darlington County. And I think they got a grant through the Arts Commission to fund us to come in and do an educational program.
Okay, now, Bobby, what are you hoping the kids are going to take away from a program like this?
First of all, how music came about, and we focus on jazz somewhat, but we do pop and R&B and gospel. So we want them to know that all music can be good if it's played good, no matter what it is. So starting talking about the drums from Africa, how that came, how jazz began in New Orleans, how from jazz came the blues, from the blues, gospel, and how all of it is intertwined. So that's what we really want them to know, and that it takes work to learn to play an instrument.
And finally, Bobby, if folks want to get in touch with, for instance, Plair, or to find out more information about this program, how would they go about doing so?
They can go to the website, plair.net, www.plair.net, and they can email me from that website.
During the recent grand opening of Wine and Design, a new Columbia business, I met and spoke with Stephen Gilchrist, chairman of the newly formed South Carolina African American Chamber of Commerce.
I'm Stephen Gilchrist, and I serve as the chair of the South Carolina African American Chamber of Commerce. Let me just say to Ms. Lord, what a wonderful event and what a wonderful concept in South Carolina. We certainly hope that as we continue to see business grow in the state, particularly African American owned businesses, that wine and design becomes duplicated all over South Carolina. So we want to thank you for bringing this concept to our community and to the community of Richland County. On behalf of the board of directors who stand with me here today of the South Carolina African American Chamber of Commerce, we thank you for being supportive of business and commerce in the state. And at this time, we're going to turn it over back to Ms. Lord so we can cut the ribbon. How about that?
What's the importance of an event like this today?
Well, first of all, this is a wonderful occasion. Anytime an African American business opens up in our community, it certainly sends a message that we are wanting to be more involved in the commerce discussion of the state. And so what I think this means today is it gives us an opportunity to really see our businesses more involved in that discussion.
The importance of the African American Chamber, and what can we expect it to bring to the community?
Well, the South Carolina African American Chamber's goal is to do exactly what we witnessed here today, and that is to encourage the creation of more minority African American owned businesses in South Carolina. And I think what you'll see is not only the fact that we'll be advocating very strongly for that, but we'll also work with our colleagues and partners and collaborators in the business community to ensure that African American businesses are more connected to commerce opportunities. We believe that's really critical. That critical discussion is very important for the state to have in the black community in South Carolina, and we're going to be having that discussion.
And finally, if folks want to find out more about the African American Chamber, how would they go about doing so?
Anyone that's interested in wanting to find out more information about the Chamber can reach us at our website at info@scachamber.com, or they may reach us by phone at 803-661-2977.